Hello team, Master Steve here for your Power Hour back kick tutorial. There is essentially two steps to this kick. It's a very powerful kick if you do it right, and this is how we want to do it. Now from your side stance position here, the first step you want to do is pivot your lead leg to your target, all right? So we want that heel to our target here. As I look over my shoulder, I spot my target, and then making sure that I have a clear path for my kicking leg to my target. So I do not want this foot to be in the way where I would kick and trip myself. I want to make sure that when I pivot, and this is another reason why you want to pivot 180 degrees, is to make that path for your kick nice and clear, okay? For your kick, all right? And essentially, those are your two steps. Pivot as you look over the shoulder, push off that floor, and kick out. Now you've heard me mention push off the floor. Your power comes from two places, your hips and your push off the floor, right? If you take a closer look here, if you chamber the knee too high, you've wasted all of your power going up as opposed to going directly to your target. So we want to make sure we're using the solid floor to push and direct our kick to your target. Don't drive the knee up too high. You're going to lose power. Now my first pointer is to make sure your hips are properly in line for the kick. It's one thing to turn and kick, but if your hips are over rotated or not rotated enough, it could sacrifice your kick. Now, what's going to help me keep my hips in line, in proper alignment, is the position of my foot on my target. So, what I would prefer is your foot or your toes to be slightly lower than your heel. So you want to keep that heel up, toes slightly down, right? Because watch what happens to the hip. As soon as I bring my toe up or my knee up, my hips open up more to the side, which makes it look like a side kick, essentially, right? But we want to keep that hip down, so that means point your toe down, and your knee goes down, and your hip stays in position. A few more times. Here's my second tip for the kick. If you want to make this a little bit more advanced, a little bit more powerful, we're going to add a little switch step, is what I like to call it. Instead of turning and pushing off, taking off with the leg, as I'm turning, as soon as I turn, and I can use my arms for this to also make it faster, I'm gonna switch immediately. So from here, I'm just gonna basically switch that, okay? So if I'm showing you over here, now version 2, as soon as I start turning and looking over the shoulder, I'm going to do a switch step. Now, in that process of doing a switch step, all I have to do is let the kick go. So a quick switch step, boom, there you go. Quick, sharp, explosive switch step, let the kick go. Just to make sure you can kick above the hips. Stretch out your quads, your hip flexors, and bring it up high, right? That's as high as you can. Swing it up as high as you can go. Get that full range of motion and increase your flexibility. And there you have it. And there you have it. Back kick tutorial. Have fun, team.